That was Carly Simon and Coming Around Again. Moira Robertson's been in touch and she says, my hubby, who is never wrong and thinks he's an expert at all things, is what annoys me. As my old granny used to say, he knows everything and kens hee-haw. It really gets on my pip. Good job, I'm good-natured. Me and the puppies are enjoying the show. Moira, thank you so much for getting in touch. There's nothing worse than somebody who is a self-proclaimed expert on a subject. Unless you enjoy that. That's fine sometimes. Do you know what? I think sometimes is sometimes. I think that's the conclusion I've come to, is that sometimes everything's annoying and sometimes everything's fine. It just depends. There's no hard and fast rule.
Is there anything that you think you are an expert in?
Yeah, but it's not something useful. Like,
what?
I'm an expert in the history of fan fiction. I'm an expert in like side characters in Harry Potter. I'm an expert in how people died on Star Trek, but not like a full-on expert. I'm an expert in how to swear in made-up languages. He's looking at me like, should you?
There's logic in it, but
yeah. I don't think I'm an expert in anything. I think I'm adept at breaking up words and having a wee think about them, but I don't think you think you're an expert in anything?
I think I'm one of the world's top 5 experts on actors who went into singing. Because after doing this feature, which is coming up soon for so long,
Hollywood Swingers we're talking
about. I have to be.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Who else is doing it? There'll maybe be a couple out there, a couple of like kind of guys in their bait. Oh, I actually
swinging addos. But there's nobody who's doing this as regularly and with as much attention to detail as you. So I think that is your area of expertise.
At least in the top 10 in the world. Got to be.
I agree.
And it's a big world, so I would say that's a heady claim.
Elaine says the use of the phrase gentle reminder, it is quite passive aggressive, just a gentle reminder, but I think it's just people try to be polite when they want you to get a move on with something. And she says, and cyclists on the pavement, I've been hit by a bike on the pavement.
Have you?
I've been hit by 2 bikes.
When?
Because my door opens up, my closed door opens up onto a busy bit of pavement that people often cycle in, and if I just step out my door twice, I've stepped out my door and just been hit by bikes.
See, the thing is, I think it should be safe to step out of a door onto a pavement. Like
one was a teenager, one was an adult. The teenager I don't hold as much
no, you can't,
begrudgment
because
against
there's a
because he's a
teenager,
kid.
but an adult should always know better.
Yes, indeed, I agree. And Leanne's got in touch and says you might need a spare half hour if Chris decides to text in on this subject tonight. Chris, we look forward to hearing from you and letting us know what annoys you. We'll wind you right up. Is there a segue for the next song, or did you just put it in because you like it, Paul?
Well, the thing is
it
you
a bit
need to
cars?
watch out when you make certain people angry. Like, you don't want to make a Michael irate, and you certainly don't want to make a Christopher cross.